Thank you for joining, and today we are going to discuss about data structures in Python. Okay, so data structures in Python. So if you understand the data structures, the name it represents itself a data in a structure format. So if you go any programming language, so data structures are common, okay, but the functionality is common. Then syntax wise it's different, but Python is a dynamically typed language. Then we can maintain the data through data structures only. So you can say it is the heart to the Python programming language. If you know data structures some up to some extents, then you can play with the code and you can find the proper requirement, proper logic for the requirement given by the clients. Okay, so let us understand we have four data structures. One is list data structure. Okay, and then we have one second. So and then we have two tuple data structure. Okay, then we have set data structure, and then advanced we have frozen set also. Frozen set. Then we have dictionary data structure, which is very important. So this dictionary data structure, if you want to understand JSON format, okay, then you need to understand data structures very well, including dictionary data structures also. Now, so we'll be discussing one by one. Okay, so how it will be, let's see. So now list data structure. So whenever we're discussing these four data structures, you just complete practice on time. Then when we are jumping into advanced classes, then we will not get any issues. Okay, so now understand data structures list. So just understand some important information related to list data structure. List will allow homogeneous data. Then you can say list will allow heterogeneous data. Okay, that I will explain one by one. Okay, so now list is mutable in nature. Very important. List is mutable in nature. Then we have list will allow the duplicate elements. List will allow the duplicate elements. So in data structure, we used to call the data as elements. Okay, so list will allow duplicate elements. Now, so list will accept indexing. So we have done indexing on strings. The same concept, it will be applicable for list also. List will accept indexing, as well as list will accept slicing also. Okay, then finally we can store data. We can store data or elements, you can say. We can store elements within square brackets. Okay, so that you can say like this, with comma separated value. So now understand, so what is the homogeneous data and what is the heterogeneous data, and then what is immutability, and how the data, how the elements will have how duplicate elements will have in later in list data structure, and how it is applying indexing for the data structure list and slicing, and we can store in this form. Okay, so that is a very important concept. So now let's see, understand, if we observe print of, then you take only this one. So when I execute here, so missing parenthesis something, do you mean, sorry, did you mean print like this? That means this is the Python 2 syntax. Okay, Python 2 syntax. Then we are working in Python 3, that is not applicable here. So how it will be, print of, then like this. So it is working empty list. Now this will be Python 3. So later sometime, then I will explain what are the differences between Python 2 and Python 3 to get more confidence in it, because we are migrating code from Python 2 to Python 3, or 60 to 70% of the companies also migrating code from Python to Python 3. Why it is migrating, and why, what is the major issue with that, I will explain later in the classes. So now we are understanding about list data structure. Let's focus on. So let us take a variable a, and then you can pass values like 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4 comma 5. So these are the these data we can call it as list data elements or list elements. So now a is not a variable right now, it is a list name. Okay, so when you assign a variable a value, then we can call it as a variable. Now it is a name that is assigned a list, so a is a list now. Now if you want to print the data, just you use like that only, print of a list name, and then you can find out the type of the list also. Cross verify whether you confirm that you are working on list, then only you can process the building the logic. Okay, then a, see now. Okay, so you can understand here the same thing you can observe. So you can write like this also, list elements are, okay, like this. So list elements will be, so now understand the type. Okay, sorry, here you need to type. Okay, you need to write like there itself. So now understand here. So list elements are like this. So the format which we are working on list, when you say, when you observe in the code that it is in square brackets, then you can think directly it is a list data structure. Okay, so now let's see. Now observe here, these are all are, we have integer data only, right? All are integers. So when you say all are integer means same kind of data type, so that we can say homogeneous data. So homogeneous data in the sense, then you can say same kind of data type. Same kind of data types, you can say all are integers. So that's why list will accept homogeneous data, as well as, then you can say, now instead of 1 you take India. Okay, then instead of 3 you can take 39.89. Then you can take here false, and then you can take 5 plus 7j, that is the complex data type. Now different data types we are using, so that means different kinds of data, right? That means heterogeneous data. So heterogeneous in the sense different, that means, so heterogeneous data means different kind of data types, different kinds of data types. Now you can observe here, execute. Now tell me, different data types are available or not? So it's available. so that we can say list will accept heterogeneous data also. So different kind or same kind of data types. So are you clear about homogeneous and heterogeneous, right? Now it's a very important topic, that is mutability and immutability. So very important here, mutability. Okay, so mutability is nothing but the data, if already existing objects are there in Python, if you are trying to modify or update or insert whatever, if you are trying to modify that existing object, then if it is accepting the modifications, then you can say that component is known, that process is known as mutability. Simply we can say we can able to modify, existing objects. That's it. So I'll explain with an example also. Okay, and then what is the immutability? Immutability in the sense, whatever the object in Python are existing objects, if you are not able to modify those components, those objects, whether insert, update, delete, whatever, if it is stable, it is constant, then modifications are not accepted by any object. That process is known as immutability, or you can say those objects are also called as immutable objects. Simply we can say we can we cannot modify, existing objects. Okay, so that is called mutability and immutability. Now let's take one example here. Okay, take same example. So you take any example, not a problem. Then type length also. If you want to find out how many elements are there in the data structure list, then you can say you can use len function. Okay, len of a, then you can see total elements in list data structure. It's a very important interview question. See, we can able to observe here 5 to 6 elements, right? But in real time we can pass thousands, lakhs of elements into list. So understand the concept. Okay, now execute. See how many elements are there. Total elements in list data structure 5. Now observe here. So what we need to do is, now you can able to modify, and you can able to insert, you can able to delete whatever. Okay, now let's see. So here I'm just taking same example. I'm trying to add an element. Okay, then here I'm just taking a dot append. Append in the sense adding element to the existing structure. Okay, append means now you can take 6 is the element name. Okay, now take it like print of a, same thing you can execute like this. So same you can copy after appending. So execute now. Let's see. First, before appending, list elements are like this. This is a list data structure. Then total elements in the list data structure 5. After appending, okay, then what are the elements? List elements are 1 to 6. Then it will be a list. Then total elements in the list data structure will be 6. So now is modification is accepted or rejected? Tell me, is accepted or rejected? The modification of appending or whatever, it's accepted, right? So it is increased the elements, correct? It is the increased element from 5 to 6. Okay, then 5 to 6 it is accepting modifications. Then can you tell me what is the concept here, mutability or immutability? So when the accepting is done, Can be modified, correct. If it is modified, yes, that is a mutability. Okay, so now you can say list is mutable. So now tell me, can anyone ask, how can you say that list is mutable? First they will ask whether it is list is mutable or immutable. Then if you say mutable, then how can you confirm that list is mutable? Please write this example on the paper itself. Okay, so will you able to write, right? Yes. So the modification is, it's not only append, you can take anything, you can delete also, you can whatever. Now make sure, after that they will raise a question, one more thing, how to add element 6 comma 7 at a time. This is also important. Then you will face an error here. Okay, the error name is append takes exactly one argument but you have given two. That means this append method we can able to add only one element at a time, but we have two elements passed. That's why it is throwing an error like type error. So now when you, they will ask, how can you can we accept two elements through append method? If you say yes, then it will be rejected. So if you say no, then how they will ask? So you can keep same thing that I will explain. See here, you can note it down also there. Okay, when you practice, now you can use same thing, and then you can use, instead of append method, you can use extend. The extend will be, you can use inside the list like this. That's it. Now execute. Now see, 5, then increase to 7, two elements are added, you can add number of elements also. So 1 6 7, so that means total number of list data structure means 7. So that is, so now can we accept more than one element through extend method? Yes. So this, the question is, what is the difference between append and extend method, and then what is the mutability and immutability, major questions. Okay, so now let me take one more example here. So before that, I will I'll take an example like, okay, so indexing, list indexing, then only we can go another example, or we can see one more example. A equal to 1 2 3, sorry, A equal to 1 2 3, then again 1 2 3. That means now take it here, similar way, print of A, then you can say print of type of A, because we need to confirm whether it is a list or tuple something, right? So now we can say length of A. Now it is, the count will be 6. If it is not accepting duplicate means we will get 3 only, but we are getting 6 means it is counting also. So that we can say list can also, list can accept duplicate elements, list can accept duplicate elements also. Now understand here one more concept. So here list indexing. Now same thing you take one example like A equal to 100, 200, then 300, then 400. So now understand here how many elements we have, 4 elements, right? So observe same thing how we have done in string indexing classes. Okay, the same thing what I am trying to do here, print of A, fine, then you can say print of type of A, fine, then print of length also fine. Then now understand here, if I write like this print of A, then if I write like this 0, What is the element for this? Okay, value for index 0 is, what is the value we can get it here? Tell me what is the value we can able to get it here for this A0 index number, 100 or 400? So from this is index number 0. Then if we get, what is the number we will get, 100 or 400? Yes, correct. It will be 100. That means index, positive index, this one starts from 0. Execute. Value for index 0 is 100. Now see here. Tell me what is the index number for -1. So value for index for -1 is perfect, 400. The same concept which we have done string, then applicable for list also. Now tell me from your side. Now tell me, if I am using index number 7. Now tell me what is the output here. Index number for 7. So question to you, index number for value for index number 7. Think 1 minute here. What is the value if we are passing out of index number? So that means we have only 4. Now I have given 7. Still has an issue? Tell me what is the index number for 7? 100, 200, 300, 400, or else anything. Please be focused. Just recollect indexing classes, in which I have given an explanation about the diagram. Please be focused there.
Index is out of range.
Correct. So output is indexing is out of range, that error. So which index you can say? Now we are working on list, right? That's why list index out of range. Okay. So make sure your practice should be well. So it is basic concept only. Then now let's see. Now if you pass -8 also, it will be same. That means index range will be out of. Now you can execute that, the same error will come. Now fine. Now tell me what is the output for this. Then now what I am trying to do, 0, then 5000. So then you can say, one second, value for slicing is. Now tell me what is the output for this one. 0 to 5000 I have mentioned here. The output will be error or data will come. So what is the data you are expected here? So when I say slicing operator, then it is going to relate with indexing or not?
No, it is
If,
not going to.
so if it is not going, means what is the expected output here? It will start, it will take from 0 and it will take whatever the index number will come, then the output will be same, right?
Yeah.
Fine. Now see here. Then one more question here. Now tell me what is the output for 2 here, 0 to 2. Tell me what is the output for 0 to 2. That means
100.
100, 200, 300, or entire data will come, or 100 to 200 will come. So make sure
100,
once
200.
again, 100, 200, right?
Yes.
Now I am passing index number here, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 3. Fine. So the internal mechanism will be the internal mechanism will be 0 to 2 minus 1, right? So when you say 0 to 1, 0 to 1 in the sense 100 to 200. Yes, perfect answer. Okay, so don't miss this concept in slicing. Okay, so that you need to work on it. Now make sure same thing here, same concept, the apply for slicing. So see, once you practice basic concept, you should not forget. That's what I told you, very simple and straight manner. Please practice basic concept. Now you don't need to recollect when I ask the question. You need to say confidently. That's it. Okay, it's okay. We are starting batch only. That then in initial level I can understand, but going forward you don't try to confuse. Okay, because why means basic concepts we should not confuse. That's it. So I'm taking one more example. New. I'm just taking new equal to. Okay, then you can say milk. I'm just taking. Then I'm just taking water. Again I'm just taking ghee here. Okay, then you can take it juice one more time. Fine. Now take it as it is, print of new. Then you can take print of type of new. Okay, then make sure print of length of new. Now tell me new of, then this one second, print of index value for 0 is. Now what is the output we'll get it for this new of 0 in the sense that means index value. So for this what is the value we are getting from this?
Milk.
Perfect. So now execute. So value is milk. Perfect. Now here, now what I am trying to do, I'm trying to update the value. Okay, so what I'm trying to do, let's see here, a new of 0, then I'm passing here, then you can say buttermilk. Okay, now take same thing after changing or update, or this is called updating the value. Now let's see, execute. Now see, index value for 0 is milk. After updating the value, index value for 0 is buttermilk. That means we are able to modify or we are able to replace, okay, updating the value index through index number. So then we are trying to update means it is accepting, then we can say list is mutable. Okay, clear? Now let's see. Now whenever I'm trying to do index number 4 here, do we have index number 4? No. Then in that case we'll get index error, list assignment index out of range error. So like that we can able to get it. Now we have added element, we have added element, we have we have updated element. Now how to delete an element? Okay, how to delete an element? How to delete an element in the sense, now take same example here. Okay, now we need to use del method. Okay, so you can take it here, del of, okay, then you can see new of 0 index number. Now take count you have taken, right? Now let's see, after that you can take count also. Now let's see, execute here. Now see, okay, I'm just taking out. Fine. Now what are the elements we have? I want to print here once again. Now you can understand what the exact concept here. One second please. So now let's see after deleting, right? Now let's see after we have 4 elements before, after deleting a value we will have 3 only. The index number 0 is for milk. After deleting, index number 0 for, it is the value for water here. That means it's deleted successfully. So we can able to delete. Now we can say list is mutable. Fine. So like this we can able to find it. Now one more question they will ask. So we are finding element, so we are able to find out list of elements in that, but list of repeated element will be there sometimes. Then you can say water. So water is, see, this is for 5 to 6 elements. In real time we'll have thousands, lakhs of elements, so we can't identify with by seeing that. Now how can you find out repeated elements for that? So you can go for count method, you can take, okay, new dot count will be there, okay, then water. Fine. So now how many times it's repeated? 2 times repeated. Now if you are giving count function will be empty, then what is the output here? So it will throw an error. Count takes exactly one argument. Any one argument it will take. It should not be empty when we are using count function. Okay. So now if you observe here and then try to write here water, okay, or water you can say milk. So it's one time available, that's why it is giving one only. So are you clear about this? So now, so this how we need to learn data structure. So it's a, see, this list, all data structure is just for 10 to 15 minutes of classes, people will close. But it's not like that. We need to jump into depth level and we need to understand from the scratch also. So like that we need to build our script. Okay, so make sure your practice should not pending. Then we will be discussing daily one data structures in deep level. Then once you complete list data structure, I will go little faster. So please practice basic concepts if you have pending. Then when I'm going little faster, then if you're not able to chase the path, then if you're not able to get the clarity, means that is up to you. Okay, make sure you should practice and let me know if you have any issues. I can try to close the basic concepts. Once you jump into advanced level, then I can suggest you more scenario questions and more interview questions and more we can say websites to practice, and so a lot of things we can add together. So then if you're not getting at the time level, then no problem for advanced concepts. So we can try one by one. So basic should be very clear here. So got it? So please practice, and then tomorrow class we'll be discussing about other data structure. Okay, so thank you, and we'll connect tomorrow at the same time.